Hello, hello. Welcome to day 46, 946. Oh my God, 946 of Connecting the Thought. Code for today is sometimes what you think you left behind is what you've been tagging along. Hi, Cindy. So, Vedyant says, I'm happy. I'm happy to know that you are happy. So, our quote for today talks about what you think you left behind is what you have been tagging along. Now, what does that really, what comes to your mind when I say that? Because what comes to my mind, what was on my mind when I said this was, often we think that we've worked our way through something. We feel like there's a limiting belief that we might have had that we've overcome, right? And then it shows up for us in different ways. Now, let me give you a very relatable example. Uh, if you've been working with manure, if you take care of plants, if you've been working with manure, you know that it has a very strong chemically, a strange taste, a smell, right? It has a very strange smell to it. It's stinky. It's very strong. And while you're working with your plants, sometimes you might soil your clothes, right? And yet when you finish with your gardening, you go wash your hands and you've tidied yourself, and maybe there's a bit of the chemical of the manure that might have kind of just stuck on to your clothes, apron, your shoes, and you walk around and you're like, I've cleaned my hands. Just don't get it. I just feel like I just have that stench. I can feel it. I can smell it. I don't know where it's coming from. And you look at you look at your hands and you're like, I've just cleaned my hands. I just don't know where's the stink coming from. And then you realize that I need to check my clothes. I need to check my shoes. Maybe it's somewhere there. And when you do is when you realize that it's still with you. It was still tagging along with you. So what you thought you left behind and what you thought you had gotten rid of because you had worked on the most evident places where you thought, okay, I've worked with my hands, I need to clean them, and so you did. But if you don't do the inner work or the more deeper layers, if you don't go through the deeper layers of cleaning, of moving forward, of clearing those limiting beliefs, it's going to continue to tag along. It's going to show up in different ways. It's going to present itself as that very uneasy relationship that you might find yourself in. It's going to show up in various work opportunities that will show up, that will kind of put you in a space where you feel like, oh, I've done this before. I've kind of been in this situation. It's uncomfortable. I don't like it. I thought I got over it. The same kind of opportunities and experiences will keep presenting to you in different ways until you choose to actually do the deeper inner work. And how can I do that deeper inner work? Did I hear someone ask? Would it be of value if I shared with you how you could do that deeper inner work? Please put in comment saying a yes if you'd like for me to share how you, on a personal level, could. Of course, working with a coach helps because I can work with you in terms of timeline therapy. We can take you back. We can take stuff and get things done using hypnotherapy and timeline. Apart from that, there is stuff that you could do at home to move forward, to let go of that smell, to let go of that stench. So would it be of value if I share it? So thank you. Yes, Cindy says yes. And also she says, what a great quote, still tagging along with what you thought we'd left behind. Yes, we tend to do that. Sit down with yourself and think of what it is that a situation triggers for you. What is that limiting belief, or what is that fear, or what is that past experience that you, when you are faced with a particular situation, You instantly are flashed back into something that has been in the past, or oh, I've had this situation before. You can actually look at this one and say, I've been here before. I know this. I know this. And when you are beginning to recognize that and know that these two are one and the same, then I'd like you to consciously look at that past experience and write down for you what it came to teach you. So if you were dealing with somebody who was underpaying you, if you were dealing with someone who was shortchanging you with respect, or someone who was just maybe arrogant, and it kind of created a trigger for you, what were the lessons that you learned? How did it serve you? Yeah, even bad experiences serve you. So, how did that serve you? That stench, that little stink that you're feeling of a previous experience, go back to that. Go consciously go back to that and write down what are the things that you learned from it. And then thank that experience for showing up and saying and making you a more stronger person. That's how you let go. That's how you do the inner work. You work on what this experience, this past bad experience, has taught you. And then you move forward to the new experience which showed up with the learnings of this old experience, with the gratitude for this old experience. And then you face this one with that empowered feeling. Tell me if that makes sense to you. So face the new uneasy experience from a place of empowerment, from a place of control, from a place of knowing, and from a place of gratitude. That is how you shed the label that you had given this old experience. It no longer becomes a weight that you have been tagging along. It becomes a lesson. It becomes something to be grateful for. So you have reframed the situation altogether. It's gives us confidence to try again. Absolutely. It gives you the confidence to try again. It gives you that the permission to hold your space, respect yourself, and move forward, knowing that you have lessons from the past that you are grateful for, lessons which you can apply into your future and move forward with confidence, as Cindy rightfully pointed out. So try this the next time you feel like you are tagging along. The next time something shows up for you and you feel like, hey, but did I not leave that experience? Or did I not leave that part of me away? I mean, like, did I not work through that? I thought I got over it, but actually I didn't. And this happens very often in relationships where we feel like our boundaries are being, are being compensated. No, sorry, are being compromised. Wrong word. Where I feel our boundaries are being compromised, where we feel respect is being compromised, where we feel trust is being compromised, it works like an instant trigger. So take a step back, see where else this has happened to you in the past. Take the lessons from it, face the new experience, feeling empowered, feeling confident, feeling grateful for the lessons, for the learning, and then move forward. If this has been of value to you, please write in comments saying, I am, and let's use the power of I am confident. And I'd like to thank Cindy for that contribution. So I am confident in comments. If this has been of value to you, please share with friends, tag a friend who needs to hear this message today. And if you haven't subscribed already to my YouTube channel, please do, because that's what we keep doing over here, connecting the thoughts. And tomorrow on Wise Wednesdays, on my weekly program, Wise Wednesdays with RK, I have two people who are going to be speaking. One, and it's UAE National Day tomorrow. So I've invited two individuals, one who is a local, who is from the UAE Emirati, and then the other one is an expat who's been living in UAE and calling it her home since a very long, long time. And both of them work very powerfully with their why. One is a cancer warrior who is on a mission to fund herself and her treatment using selling T-shirts with slogans on them saying "No one fights alone." The other, which is Hamad, which is the UAE national, he is also driven with a why, and he does celebrity interviews. He is a powerful social media influencer with 100,000 followers. So, guys, tomorrow is going to be dynamic. We're talking about how you have to start with why, and we're looking at different areas how you can do this, why the why is so important. So if this has been of value to you, please, again, as I said, I am confident. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Dale, for putting in your comments. Tag friends. And until tomorrow, keep smiling, keep shining, stay safe, and thank you for connecting the thoughts with me. Thank you so much. Over and out from me. Thanks. Thank you.